Welcome back to It's Too Early, episode 4. I'm Nelly.
It's Bree.
Naya.
Lonnie.
And today we're talking about coronavirus.
Miss Rona.
We are quarantining and chilling. But first, let's do updates.
Who got update? I have an update, y'all. I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before that, but I was like, this is going to be the best birthday ever. Miss Rona said no. Had to cancel my trip. It's giving being in the house. Can't even do a cute dinner. What is this? So now I got all these outfits and nowhere to wear them. Let's just bless Southwest though, because you can change your flight as many times as you want now. But yeah, I'm a little hurt. I'm sad. I'm still gonna get my hair done and my nails done. I'm gonna just be cute in the house. Still planning on getting my makeup done. Take some pictures by myself. It's really sad. No, like I'm laughing about it now, but I probably will cry.
That's alright.
There will probably be some tears shed.
We gotta be scheduled, you know?
I cried about graduation being pushed. It was like a meltdown. I was like, oh, okay, like it'll be moved. And then it was like tear, then another tear, and then it was just everything. I had a whole...
It's just wild. You just waited all this time to get to these words.
But you know, College Park like canceled theirs completely. So my friend Gabby, shout out to Gabby, she has like this whole petition that's like, just postpone it, don't cancel it, because there's just so many people that have worked so hard. There's people that this is like their lifelong dream, and honestly, as a college student, you put so much money and effort, and there's so much you go through. Like that's the least. Plus, I paid for it at this point. All this money, like I paid for my graduation. I will have it.
Are they? So they're not doing refunds
for what?
For graduation? My mother is expecting a refund for my little brother's graduation of high school.
I don't know.
Well, what did they pay?
They paid the senior package. She paid for the prom ticket, and then she paid some baseball senior stuff. And then he did this conference for future business leaders or whatever. And they were supposed to go on this trip the week before they started canceling everything. No, the week of. So they had canceled the trip. Then they rescheduled it. So he went. It was in Baltimore. And then the first night they canceled it again. So he had to come back home. So I was like,
what?
Are they, what? I don't know. I think they didn't want to give people their money back.
No,
so they let them go. And then
it was like, it's too much.
So, I don't know.
Nobody can have proms.
Yeah, that's what I feel really bad about. Because if I had to miss my senior prom, like I'm upset about this, but I at least got the graduation experience in high school, and it was like a lot of fun, a lot of, you know, ceremonies and stuff. But not being able to go to prom, and you know, I didn't bought a nice dress, I didn't done this. Like you start preparing for prom in like December, January.
But that should also
really
teach
early.
you that you shouldn't be spending all that money on a dress. Because if I redid prom, like I don't even know if I would have gone. Like I really do feel like it was a waste of money. Like I don't know. I didn't. I was because I did that program. Like my last 2 years in high school, I was really disconnected from everyone. So it was like I went and I knew a couple people, but I didn't have bonds with anyone. So when I got there, took a couple pictures, I was ready to go. Like
I was living my best life.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm half and half. Like I liked prom, but did I need to go? Probably not.
I think I had fun like the first hour, and then after that, I was just like, all right, I'm over it. So it's not like I wouldn't not do it again, but I wouldn't do it again.
Right.
I would.
I definitely wouldn't
Even better.
spend. I wouldn't spend as much money on it as I would, like, cause it's prom.
I never spent that much money though. I think the most I paid for my dress, and I think that was my senior year dress, it was like $200, and I did my hair and makeup and already had shoes. So
No, I got my dress made.
My dress was
Mine was
$500
made too.
oh, y'all got money.
No, mine was super inexpensive though, because I knew the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my dress was $500 from a bridal shop.
Woo!
Mine was
Was
like
that a 5?
Yeah, mine was like that but I got mine made, and I had to like, and then my makeup. And
This is why y'all didn't enjoy prom.
Well, mine was because I didn't know anyone. Like so my mom went to this event. It was called a mom prom, and it was for moms, and like you were supposed to get dressed up. It was so cute. Like I would do something like that again, but like something I can do with like my friends.
Right.
That's not just people from your school.
Yeah.
But other than that, this whole Corona stuff is wild, and I just want my life back. Because I'm not a homebody at all. Like, this is for the birds.
I'm
like not a homebody.
I'm a homebody when it's not, like, when I'm not forced to be in the house. But the fact that I'm like, I can't do, like, now I want to do it because I can't. Right.
I can't do nothing.
Dang.
Well, I saw this post on Instagram, and it was like, what is one thing that you have learned to appreciate since this that you were taking for granted before? And for me, it's like my routine and constantly being busy. Like, when I'm not busy, if I don't have this, and this, my productivity is just like so low. So it's really been a force for me to get anything done because I'm in the house. Can't even go sit in Starbucks and do some work. Like, you really can't go anywhere and just sit. And they was talking about like when you go on walks and stuff, you should still go by yourself. Like, who?
Ain't nobody going on a walk by themselves.
I just have a hard time just being restricted to the house. So.
I don't know.
I'm bored,
but like,
what have you guys been doing to like pass the time?
So this was spring break, so I was really lazy all week. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I sent a couple emails out, did some content, but for the most part, I've been watching TV on my phone.
I've been teleworking, so
yeah,
like
I've only
been
been home for a day and a half.
Yeah, that was
I've been
crazy.
at work. Well, I'm not. Yeah, I've been at work
Yeah,
during this quarantine, but no more. That's my update. Back on the job market.
Yeah, I didn't realize it would affect people's jobs as much as it is. Like, another friend of mine lost her job too, and I'm just like, bruh, I did not see none of this coming.
Right.
It's insane.
it just also shows you gotta be prepared. Like, I'm so grateful that I save money and I know how to save and budget, because if I didn't, I'd be looking crazy, looking for places to get money and all that. So
I think that that's something that I took for granted, because being a dance teacher, like, even if classes are canceled, I can schedule a private, I can meet you somewhere. Like, I've never not been able to make money, but the fact that they have shut everything down and now you're more cautious to go meet somebody or go do this or, you know, stuff like that. I'm like, I can't make a dime. Like, I'm gonna have to be in the camera, like, y'all see me?
I'm not
567 let's go.
101 FaceTime calls.
Yes, and that's just, it's not even, I'm annoyed.
But
So y'all really about to do that?
We testing it out on Tuesday.
Oh wow.
4 hours.
Wow.
I'm gonna be teaching for 4 hours.
But does that mean people can, like, drop in as they please, or is it like they come from this time to this time?
So, like, during your regular scheduled class, you have the option to do it. So I'm like, first of all, I have to block off 4 hours on Tuesday that I usually would be working, but, like, if I only have 2 students that want to do it that day and they stop halfway through or they're late or whatever, like, I don't even know how it's gonna work, but we gonna see.
But you can still get paid for your 4 hours if you're required to block off 4 hours.
I guess.
Very bad.
But, like,
question
but my thing is, if nobody decides to do it from 6 to 7, would I still get paid for that hour? Because it's their option. They're not, like, required to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm blocking that off, but if I'm not actually teaching anybody.
And my question is, do you have to be logged in on Zoom?
Yes.
And people just, so that whole time you just got to be sitting on it, even if nobody is in there.
The living room. In the living room. I'm about to be sick.
That is wild.
Yeah,
You about to be cooking and they about to come on there like,
okay.
Right. Hold on, y'all. I gotta use the bathroom. Take time.
The connection is not
My
working.
thing would be, like, having a quiet space and, like, because, well, for me, there's multiple people in our house. So it's like, I mean, I could, like, come down here and do something like that, but realistically, I'm not about to be in silence. Like, you're gonna hear some background noise or
People
something.
gonna be walking by like, oh, sorry. Like, plus, I live in an apartment, so, like, there is nowhere to go. Like, if you come out your room, I'm gonna see you, and you're gonna see me.
Refrigerator open.
Yeah, but I'm just like,
Listen, my professor, who is determined to have class during our normal time from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., will be seeing me cook dinner because
That's
he got me messed up.
That's
Like,
insane.
I'm home all day and you want to wait till 6 to 9 to still
That's
hold
wild.
class. Like, I will be cooking dinner.
that's
Like,
answering your normal
questions.
question.
yes.
He's probably just trying to keep himself in a regular schedule or
But
herself.
no, I just feel like you don't need to teach a lecture. Upload your PowerPoint, give us the assignment, and move on your way. I feel like professors need to be a lot more understanding because, one, everybody cannot take online classes.
Exactly.
Like, thankfully, I love online classes, but I know it's people who struggle with, if they don't have that constant reminder of, like, going to class and when assignments are due, that doesn't work for them. So I honestly feel like no one should fail a class, period, this semester. Like, they need to just pass people or give them a C or something.
There's a petition going around for that.
Yeah, because it's not fair. If I literally cannot learn virtually, then you're just saying, oh, well.
Yeah, everybody can't teach virtually either.
No.
So,
And not
And a lot of
everybody has
professors-
access.
Right, and a lot of professors aren't even tech savvy. Like
Yeah,
some
right.
professors don't
Them
know
old
how to use
professors not even on
Blackboard.
Blackboard.
Right.
I can't.
So it's like, how you expect people to have online classes? That's
I'm
It's-
already stressed.
It's like, catch you next fall.
Right?
Better luck next time.
Better
All I
sit
know
my
is
diploma now.
they better be sending these parents who paid for dorms some money back.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
I think that they are planning on giving refunds though.
they have to give something because you paid $4,000 for a semester and you've been there for 4 weeks.
That's
Like,
trifling.
I might have said 4, but still half of the semester. I need at
counting in my
least.
head like, hold on.
It's like 7 weeks we were in, so we
But
need like
still.
half of that money back.
Still.
But it is a
Get the whole
process
thing
to
back.
do it. Like, refund all that money.
It is. They're gonna
So I
be
can understand why they
sick.
wouldn't want to.
And then, so I work for student activities, so the worry is, student fees. Like, students pay fees to go to activities on campus. So it's like, if campus is closed, our parents gonna start asking for fee money back too? Because I don't think they letting up.
Am I gonna get my Tiger Fest money back? Because I bought
Yeah.
2 tickets.
No, they have to refund money.
They must.
I forgot.
Right now, because I need it.
Because they canceled it because they canceled the semester clearly. But they haven't sent out a notification on how we get refunds. But I know we better get a refund.
But I mean, it was through Ticketmaster too.
Yeah.
Right? So they may have like a.
Ticketmaster will probably give it back. But I'm sad because I was looking forward to it. It's
I
finally a
am
good
too.
concert. I didn't go to the concert last year.
I've never been to one. Well, at
Did I go to a
Towson. I've only been to
concert
one
last year?
concert in my life.
What did we have last year?
It was, y'all were supposed to go. Y'all didn't end up going. It was Rico Nasty and Playboy Cardi. Y'all had tickets, but y'all didn't go.
And then it was T-Pain before.
That was Fall
Fall
Fest.
Fest.
Fall Fest.
T-Pain and Shaq Lizzy.
How
But
about
where this is gonna be the end of the window. Once you graduate, you got like 1 year to go to stuff.
Look, my 1 year starts over next year.
Well, homecoming doesn't count because homecoming is literally for alumni.
Everybody.
Yeah, people be like 60 at homecoming.
That's wild. That's wild. I'm not even going back next year. Like,
That's true.
that's wild.
Why are you not going to homecoming?
Because I feel like I'm done going back up to Towson.
No, you're not.
That's how I am.
Why you say that?
That's one time out of the whole year.
Man.
Yeah, you Tyson it.
Okay.
You
Good job.
you with us anyway.
Right. We're going to drag you out the house.
I know.
Y'all gonna have to drag me then.
This gonna be Naya's first alum.
Right. So you have to go.
But I won't even see
Yeah.
the thing about that. Yes, I'll be alum, but like if I have to wait till December to walk, because in my head when I got the email that said it was gonna be pushed to fall, I'm like, oh, bet maybe August or something. It's still gonna be warm. I didn't want to walk in the fall. I wanted to walk when it was warm and have a nice little boom.
Did they say
Why aren't
though
they doing the
December?
summer?
They didn't say anything, but when you were like, oh, we're gonna be walking together in December, I'm like, I gotta wait all year.
Well, I figured they're gonna do December because commencement is a lot, and I just feel like
But they do summer.
I mean, if
small
they-
ones.
Towson doesn't.
They don't?
No,
I thought they did
Towson-
summer.
I was going on the website.
You
I saw summer
can be
commencement.
done in the summer,
But you don't walk into the fall.
yeah.
Well, I don't want a winter ceremony. It says fall, so it needs to be during the fall months, and I
Well,
need
the
it
reason
now.
I said we would probably be walking together is because fall is like when you say fall semester, that includes December. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they
You
ain't give me no
just-
month.
yeah.
I just want fall. I want August. That first week, I want commencement. I want to be done. I don't want to have to wait till December. You know what I mean?
If anything, it would be like it's not going to be August because you have to realize they are doing orientations and bringing in new students.
Do
Like
it
they're
September. Do it for my birthday.
Do it on the weekend.
They're not about to do a September one and a December.
yeah,
too
that's
close
why I think
together.
they just going to do December, and that's going to
Yeah.
cause a lot of people not to walk because some people are going to be over it. Like
I
some
know I
people.
would be.
Yeah, some people aren't going to care and they're just going to be like, well, not walking.
I got my
Whatever.
degrees though.
Yeah.
I'm only walking because I'm gonna be spiteful. Like, and I'm still here to walk.
I'm dead.
Alright. Anyways.
I'm done updates.
Yeah, anybody else got some
Y'all might
updates?
see me in a couple weeks.
Right. Nothing's back.
But I don't really have no real updates, do I? I don't think so. I've been teleworking during this coronavirus.
No, but you
It's-
keep saying
honestly-
it like that. Coronavirus.
Honestly, I would rather go into the office. Like, I am not a fan of teleworking. Because I feel like I have to be with my computer. Like, my boss is not one of those, like, oh, we're teleworking, so I'm not going to get, no. We're doing full work scheduled, all that. And I have to be with my computer all the time. I can't even go out and, like, run to the store real quick without him, like, oh, can you do this really quick for me? I'm like, I'm not near my computer. But I don't know. Other than that, it's been fun. Me and my mother got this whole station set up where we got dual screens. We bought a TV yesterday just for this.
Oh, wow.
It's been real pricey.
I wish. I like teleworking.
Me too.
I feel like y'all would like it until this.
But no, I have telework before.
Oh.
Like, I've had an internship that was all telework. And I would be, like, I wouldn't work during the day, but because I work best at night. So I would literally be on the clock from, like, 6 p.m. to, like, 12. Like, I prefer something
we have
like
to do
that.
the same hours.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like maybe if I could like distribute my work.
As
but
long as
no.
I had stuff turned in by the deadline, it was fine. It didn't matter when I worked because my clock in, clock out was like on an app on my phone, and I just life was good.
I'm telling you.
Everybody gonna be alright though.
So we just
Jobs
would be
will
house
be
hopping
replenished.
in the meantime. I'm over anybody's house that would welcome me. I know some people like, yeah, nah, I ain't even messing
My
with
brother
it.
and sister shut down the house. Oh, my nephew came!
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, my nephew is here, guys. He's so cute. He looks just like both his parents. But yeah, they shut down their house because we had been over there probably like 3 times.
Yeah, you got to though. You got to get born in the house. You can't even be mad at that.
Yeah, no. I'm surprised they hadn't done it earlier.
It's scary times though, especially with babies. Like, I have a friend that's due in June, I think, and I would just be even more terrified to be pregnant in this type of climate because it's like people getting sick, or like if I go to the hospital and if I get it in separation.
And now newborns are being born with it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And you can't like have your support system there with you at the hospital. That's
yeah, we
God
were.
bless us.
Okay, let me tell you this story. So fortunately, some of us had went up there before they did the whole shutdown thing, but we had probably been there like an hour and a half. And then one of the nurses, not even like kicking us out at first, she was just kind of like, "Oh, they're probably about to start announcing that no visitors are allowed and only one guest can be with the patient, including the father of the
Dang.
baby." And so we were like, "Oh, okay," thinking that it was just like tomorrow or something. And then later, not even like, probably like 10 minutes went by, and another nurse came in and was like, "Yeah, like everybody got to go. All the families got to go."
that's crazy.
And so we was like, dang. And so for a while we sat outside, but then the director came out and was like re-explaining it. And at first we thought she was just saying like we could interchange who the guest was, but she was like, no, it has to be the same person throughout the whole person's stay.
Dang.
Like nobody else can go back there. So it was a mess. People were upset. We couldn't be too, like, we just haven't felt like we would have kirked in a normal situation. But we was like, we can't even be mad. Like, don't nobody want no sick babies. So
What hospital was it?
Anne Arundel.
Oh,
But
okay.
at the time he
Yeah.
had passed it for all hospitals.
Okay.
So
That sucks. People canceling weddings and baby showers.
You know, hospitals hiding all their masks. Like, they
I don't blame 'em.
Because people
like they
stealing
locking them up. I know.
Yeah, because
they
people
locking
really,
them up.
because I ain't gonna lie, I was even in there like, hey, grab us a couple masks on the way out. But yeah, I'm
Yeah, they
like,
locking all the masks.
The mask, they charging $7 a mask now for to get them made, and they're usually 58 cents.
my mom was telling me about some little girl
Wow.
who was sewing her own masks and giving them to hospitals. I was like, oh, she was like 11. It's like, oh my god.
I told myself I'm gonna learn to crochet during
It's quarantine.
this. Go buy me some yarn. All right. Well, our honesty moment for this week was, what do you do to alleviate stress? Because everybody under stress right now. I'm gonna just read a couple. Laced Out said family. Kosa Johnson said yoga. Remy Martin said meditate, weed, music, and rest.
That's what you gotta do. That's your way.
Eat well _ no welling. Okay. Said cooking definitely helps.
I was was like, what? I thought you were saying that's what they said.
No, that's his
Me too.
Instagram name. At @eatwell_no
Yeah, you gotta say "at" because I was confused.
Yeah. So hold on.
All right, that's it. What do y'all do to alleviate stress?
Watch TV.
Why we all look at Lonnie like?
I don't know. I feel like going live.
I watch TV. I watch makeup videos because for some reason makeup, like the blending and like watching them like put on concealer and foundation and it just like soothes me. And then when I do it too, hence my face is weak today. I think that's. Oh, I sleep.
Does that really alleviate stress, or does it? Because
For the
when you
time
wake
being.
up, right? I would say when you wake
I
up.
be stress free when I wake up. Shoot.
I can't fall
What kind of
asleep when I'm
sleep y'all
stressed.
Yeah.
getting?
I mean, I enjoy sleep, but wouldn't say it was a stress reliever.
I mean, it just relieves the stress for the time being.
But I feel like if I'm stressed, I can't go to sleep. Like I'm gonna just be laying there, like,
Thinking about it.
yeah,
Tossing and turning.
yeah, I can't do it. I think for me, what I do to alleviate stress, you would think is dance, but it's not. It's wine. At least for right now, because I don't know. I think I'm still trying to figure out what actually works best for me, because there's stuff that like distracts you from stress, but there's stuff that actually makes you feel better. And I think what I've been doing is distracting me. Like, okay, this might sound nasty, but y'all ever seen the videos with the earwax? You know what I'm talking about? When they pull out the earwax. Okay, so I be watching those videos. I be watching Dr. Pimple Popper. No,
That
it's
is
so
disgusting.
interesting. No, because you know
You
those little things.
understand.
No, a lot of people do
Those
that.
little
It's like-
things, like picking a scab or something like that, like it could be so nasty, but it's just something that's so relieving to watch. I just be like, yes, that's what. So honestly, that's what I've been doing: watching the earwax, Dr. Pimple Popper, drinking wine, and then I'm trying to like get into like having. I don't even know how to like say it, but you know how information is at our fingertips at all times. If I have this new computer and I have all this time, I feel like I could be using it to be like, oh, let me look up this and just do some kind of research, or let me look up stuff about hair, makeup, herbs, whatever. But the minute I start, I'll be on it for like 20 minutes and be like, all right, I need to do something else. I can't sit on my computer anymore. I used to be able to be on it for hours, but now I'm like, let me get to the videos, Dr. Pimple Popper or something like that. I just can't.
Yeah, I feel like I can watch TV on my computer for hours, but I can't like research stuff for hours.
Have you guys found any new shows?
If y'all don't watch All American, you need to watch
Yes,
it.
I started watching
I
the
just
second
finished
season.
yesterday.
Yeah, I finished it.
I didn't start the second season yet.
I think there's
They're
gonna be a
trying to charge
third season.
It is.
Because they
It's
can't
no
end it
way.
like
Yeah. It's
Oh,
gonna be.
don't tell me.
anything.
Don't tell
It's
me.
gonna be a.
I'm like
third
on the
season.
4th episode.
I had
season
stopped
2.
watching. Not stopped watching, but I didn't watch this last season of Greenleaf, so I'm probably watch that.
I watched
Oh, it
it.
was good.
I didn't watch
I
it.
gave up.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Did
get
Queen
back.
Sugar come back on yet?
Queen. Well, I'm behind on that too. So there's a couple shows that like sometimes shows lose their momentum where it's
Yeah.
like you don't be pressed to watch it again. Like that's how I.
I've been watching For Life on Hulu.
I haven't
Oh,
started
is
yet.
it? Is it good?
It's good. I think it's certain episodes that kind of doesn't catch your eye a little bit, but it's an interesting series though. Like the first 2 episodes will definitely draw you in though.
If you like suspense and like mysterious stuff, Locked and Key on Netflix is
I
good.
was gonna
I heard
watch
that was
that.
good.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like, yeah, it's
Have
something
you guys
there.
heard of Hunters?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, I started watching that, but it's basically like there's these Jewish people that have survived the
Oh, yes.
Holocaust,
I know
and
what
they're
you're talking
basically hunting Nazis in,
Okay.
in America,
It's
but
on
it's based
Hulu?
in the 70s.
It's
I think I saw it on Hulu.
I think Hulu. I think it's Hulu.
I've been watching it on Amazon Prime.
Oh, but I think it is on Hulu. I feel like I've seen commercials for it on Hulu.
I've only seen it on Amazon Prime, but
You know what I really want to start watching? Little Fires Everywhere with Kerry Washington.
Oh yeah, I saw
That
that.
just came out, I think, this past Friday or Thursday.
Listen, I know these people dropping stuff at the right time.
Right.
Right. Ain't
'Cause
nobody home doing
Disney
anything
put all
else.
like their movies that wasn't supposed to come out yet. They put them all on Disney+.
Yeah, I need to watch Frozen 2. I still haven't.
Frozen 2 was so good.
I'm about to watch it. I'm probably gonna watch it while I go take this hair out, which I only kept in for y'all, so y'all can see that I finished it.
We need to applaud her because she be having stuff in for a week and a half and be like, it needs to come out.
It's been 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. It's been like
that's on your record.
16 days.
16
and
days.
they coming out right after this.
I don't remember it being 16 days ago.
It was that
Remember the
Friday.
last time we recorded? Oh, you wasn't. Never mind. It was halfway done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's done, y'all. It was cute while it lasted. You know. Whatever.
My next.
But you can go next. But
No, I'm talking about my hair next.
yeah. Whenever you're ready. But alleviate stress. This is so weird, but I enjoy creating content when I'm stressed, like when I am avoiding responsibilities, because I'm still being productive, but I'm just not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I like doing that, watching TV. What's odd is I will watch motivational videos when I'm not being productive a lot too. Like, yes, tell me get up and get myself together. I'm still gonna finish this video. I'm gonna still finish this video. Maybe get something out of it. But Twitter honestly relieves stress too, because I be on there dying. Like, Twitter is so funny.
It really
Twitter is so much funnier than Instagram. Like, I only get on Twitter. I think I tweeted for the first time the other day, but before that, it was like maybe a month or two. Like, I barely tweet, but the videos on there just...
Facebook is funny too. Facebook be having videos. I don't know if y'all still use it.
I don't like having like grown folk humor.
Yeah, I don't like...
They be having some funny
I don't like
videos.
Facebook's algorithm. Like, I feel like every time I get on Facebook, I be seeing the same
real
stuff.
weird.
Like, or I only
show
see
you
stuff
everything.
from certain people, and I don't like I don't want to see your stuff, so I just don't be getting on Facebook.
Algorithm.
Yeah. So, like, you know how...
I was really like, nah.
You know how when you get on Instagram, when you see the first people's stories, it's probably the same people
That's
whose
always
stories.
you.
Yeah. But yeah, because you watch my stories a lot, or you engage with me a lot, so that's I was based on. But see, on Facebook, like, I'm not on there, I'm not engaging with people, so the people who
just be
stuff be on my
showing
page is just random. I don't like it.
My people must have the content because I'd be like, oh, this is cute.
But you go on Facebook most of the time, right?
I check it every day, but I don't.
Yeah,
really,
that's why.
I go weeks, months.
No. I don't use it to post though. I think I just use it to scroll.
Yeah, I haven't posted anything on there since Bag Blessings. Shout out Bag Blessings.
Why would you ever whisper it like that?
Alright, what you do to alleviate stress?
I said it already.
No, I didn't know if that was it.
Sleep and watch TV.
How basic.
I like to shop.
I mean, but I also like
I like
get
to
to my
window
life
shop.
goal not to get stressed.
I like to window shop.
I window shop online. I will have like 40 things in my bag and then come back to it later. And then finally when I get some money, I say, you know what? I already have a bag full. And I just kind of pick. I deserve
But you know,
That's how you
I
spend
window
money.
shop, but then I get sad because most of the time I can't afford everything that I want in there.
You
so
gotta
I'm
pick.
like,
just put it all in the car.
but then that stresses me out because I gotta pick. Because I'm like, well, do I need these jeans or do I need the top? But I really want these shoes.
But you know, God works in funny ways. A lot of times, stuff is out of stock by the time I get back to my bag, and those were things that weren't meant for me, and that's how I choose.
Stuff be out of stock.
That doesn't happen to me. Every time I come back, everything that's in there is still there.
Maybe you're waiting too long.
Yeah, that never works for me. All my stuff be out of stock.
You know what? Cooking actually relieves stress. When I have to cook and I'm not on a crunch time or like I don't have anything to do after, I really enjoy cooking. I made an Oreo pie yesterday, y'all, for no reason.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. I think it's something like that. Alright, so speaking of food, what have y'all been like snacking on? Have y'all been about y'all healthy lifestyle? Because I feel like I kind of been eating trash, but...
I've kind of been in the middle. I've been cooking a lot more because, of course, we're on this quarantine thing. So usually, like, I'll go to work. I wouldn't get off of work till 6, so I would only have like a couple hours to cook because I have a whole household to cook for. But I cooked some really good sun-dried chicken pesto pasta, sun-dried tomato chicken pesto pasta.
Sounds expensive.
That's a tongue tie. But it was really good. I made like this little one-pot pastas. I don't know why, but I'm into like one-pot like dinners now because it's quick and easy.
Yeah.
What you mean by one pot?
So you only need one
Obviously,
pot.
you cook it in one pot.
So
but
like you cook one thing first and then you add the next thing. And
so
then
like with the chicken and pesto pasta, I cook the chicken first and then put it to the side, and then I cook like the pasta in one pot. So like I put the chicken broth in there, the sun-dried tomatoes, my seasoning, my pasta, let it simmer and steam, and then I just added the pesto and the chicken back in there and mixed it all up.
Yeah. So it's just one pot.
Noted.
But see, even that though, like for me, I probably still would end up making my chicken in like a separate
Yeah,
pot.
I always make mine
Yeah.
in a different, and then I just add my noodles and stuff with that.
2-pot pasta, same thing.
Yeah, 2 pot, 1 pot.
But when I say eating trash, I mean in the sense of snacking. Like I've been eating a lot of chips and like just random snacks and stuff. Like I bought a bag of candy, like you know the Easter bags of candy. I bought one of those.
See, I haven't bought well, the Amish market finally had my sherbet ice cream. I was so excited. I've been talking about it for 2 months. So I bought that, but I haven't really brought any snacks because I knew I was gonna snack on it. But my mother has. But I've been doing good enough about not eating it. Like when I think about snacks, I go get some fruit.
Yeah, I have some fruit I need to cut up.
I think my drinks have been my issues. I've been drinking a lot of sodas and juice lately, and I stopped drinking sodas, but now, you know.
No, y'all, I started back making Kool-Aid.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I said.
That's that crack.
That sugar, the 3 cups of sugar.
I think for me, I've been more so healthy just because of personal reasons, and I don't know, it's just I'm the type of person that like once I kind of get hooked onto something, I kind of like beat it till it's dead, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done with it. Like I get into these like weird obsessions. So I've been like every morning I've been drinking sea moss, like spirulina, all these different herbs, apple cider vinegar. And then I'm honestly not too hungry during the day, so I've just been snacking on like I got these weird ass, what are they called? Kale chips. And they taste like they're not bad, but I wouldn't buy them again. Like I thought I was being cute, like yeah, I'm gonna be eating kale chips and not regular chips. And then I tasted, they just taste like, you know those like trail mix bags or like those bags of mixed stuff. There's always this one that tastes like burnt, like you know what I'm talking about? Like I don't know.
I don't eat trail mix.
I don't know if it's trail mix, but like party mix or it's something, but like it just gives me cabinet. Like I'm eating like you know what a cabinet smells like? Like
yeah, I relate to.
Like I'm eating
like I know what a cabinet tastes like. Like
yes,
you know how you just know what some stuff tastes like sometimes.
So yeah, but other than that, I mean, I'm back on my Boston baked beans, y'all. Boston baked beans, if you know, you know. I was obsessed with these when I was little, but
are those like Raisinets?
They're candy coated peanuts.
So like a Raisinette, but
I don't know what that is.
A Raisinette is an almond, raisin, right?
Oh.
Or is it raisin?
It's not a raisin.
A raisin.
Yeah,
It's a raisin.
Okay, what's the almond one? That's what I'm thinking about. Then the almond one
With the chocolate.
I think it's just chocolate covered almonds.
Chocolate covered peanuts.
They got almonds too.
Well, they ain't Boston baked beans, so
I'm not playing.
But yeah, that's me.
But no, I made some fried salmon, y'all. That was the first time I ever fried salmon. It was so
Is it good?
Girl, I made some fried salmon, rice and cabbage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all exclusive.
I got too much time to cook. I got too much time
okay.
to cook.
Well, I mean, you have time to like learn other stuff.
Ain't nothing to get in the stores.
Yeah, you're
so,
right. Speaking of,
Get
ain't no
creative.
practicing. I did. I got some
definitely stuff. You just
ravioli.
gotta go
I
in the
mean,
morning.
you just
gotta
gotta
time it
find
right.
recipes
Time
that
it
you
right.
really want.
Like when you're go so like go based on when they get shipments because it's not a shortage of food. It's just people are buying way too much food.
oh, I don't know when they get shipped.
Well, I recently heard that they stopped restocking at night. So if you want to go to the grocery store, go like early in the morning when they like open. I know. It's ridiculous because people buy unnecessary stuff. My thing is you buying all this food in bulk, but do y'all realize that the food expires at the same time?
The question is,
but people are eating 3 meals at home now. You have to understand that too, especially if people have big families, and that's why I go back and forth with it because some stores are now like you can only buy 2 of this. Well, what if I have 6 kids? 2 ground turkeys doesn't even really feed a full family for one night. So it's like it's the people that are buying it and don't need it need to stop, because like we have a couple things in our freezer, but the stores are going to be open regardless. Like that's something that they're not going to shut down because people have to eat. Right. Even if they do put us on lockdown, the stores are still going to be open. So it's just like people just have to only get what they need. Right. Like overbuying doesn't help anyone. It makes everyone overbuy when they see someone else overbuying.
My question is, why is the hand sanitizer sold out and not the soap? Y'all still dirty, because if you are, thinking clearly, soap comes first. Soap and water comes first. That's what's really going to get your hands clean. And I feel like whenever I use hand sanitizer, it's like this weird coat of something that's like left on my hands. And I don't know, I would assume that the soap will be gone before the hand sanitizer, but all the soap is there and all the hand sanitizer is gone. That's one question that I have. I understand it's faster and like maybe on the go.
Yeah.
But there should still be more soap gone.
And some people may not have, running water or working water, so the soap is really not gonna.
Don't buy Purell no more, y'all. It's scientifically proven that it don't kill germs.
Oh my goodness.
But you can never go wrong with soap and water.
Yeah, but like for me, like when I'm in the store, I'm literally hand sanitizing after.
No, I'm not saying not to use it. I'm saying in terms of like what is being bought. Like in my head, you would stock up on soap and water versus a whole bunch of hand sanitizer. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Now, the one thing that I kind of am a little concerned about is people buying baby wipes and diapers, like in big bulk. Like, there are parents out here who can only afford like 1 or 2 packs of diapers or baby wipes at a time. Like my sister, obviously she has a job, so she can afford, those type of stuff. But we literally went to like 5 different stores just to find baby wipes.
Yeah.
Just baby wipes. And we went into a Wegmans and she literally grabbed the last pack of baby wipes off the shelf.
Well, a lot of people who don't have babies are using baby wipes because a lot of the toilet paper is gone.
Yeah.
So, I forgot what I was about to ask.
There's just a lot of issues today.
What was I about to say?
This Corona is.
I feel like that's the first time I've ever gotten a call in my life. Like since we started this.
Mm-hmm. It's Corona. It's Corona.
So what are things that y'all have gone to the store for and like just could not find? Like for me, it took me a while to find sugar.
Lysol.
I gave up. We gonna spare this one Lysol bottle.
It is so irritating.
It came.
Meat. I could not find hamburger meat to save. No, turkey meat.
Yeah. So I actually found some at the Giant. Mm-hmm. But if I didn't go in there, I had bought some frozen turkey burgers, and I was just going to get creative. I was like, we're gonna put these burgers in a pot. I'm gonna chop them up. It's gonna be some spaghetti.
It's still turkey meat. And ground turkey, everything.
Mm-hmm. Me and my sister and my dad, we literally had to go out to where were we at? Because I had picked up a bed frame that I found off of Facebook Marketplace. I needed a bed frame and a headboard. But anyway, that's beside the point. We were out like near Fort Meade, and we went to the Shoppers out there. No, it was a Food Lion. That was like the only Food Lion that I know that's in the area. And they didn't even have ground turkey. Mm. So I'm like...
I think my mother with the Wegmans is there. She...
But no, somebody... Wegmans did have ground turkey, but like when I had posted... I was like posted some stuff in the refrigerator and I was like, can't get caught slipping. Like, so people responded and was like, where'd you find ground turkey? Like, so it just, when I was at the store, people were literally grabbing it out the man's hand before he could even put it on the shelf. Like, I got there just right in time.
I just feel like they need to stock and then open. Because it'd be people rude as a mug in there.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro, don't take.
At least you still got your job.
Yeah.
But then it was also this post going around that somebody screenshot off of Facebook of these workers that worked at the grocery store. They were in line to get their own groceries before the store opened. Yeah. And a lot of people were complaining about it because they were like, they won't let us in. They're leaving us outside in the cold and they want to be selfish. And
because they working, ringing up
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, they working at the grocery store. They making sure that you get fed.
See that?
But like, you don't want to make sure that they get fed?
Right. People are just overreacting in the sense of just, it's all about being smart right now, and people just aren't being smart.
Everybody's panicking and not thinking, like, at all.
What do you guys think about, like, the mental space that we're all in? Like, not just us individually, but, like, society right now? Because I know I've seen a lot of posts of people being like, oh, my seasonal depression was just about to, like, stop. But now I'm stuck in the house and there's this going on. Or people that are kind of like me, hypochondriacs, you know, shout out. But that, like, are really, like, in their head about certain things or, like, you know, certain symptoms. I remember, I think I watched, like, the Red Table Talk or whatever, and they were talking about the symptoms and stuff like that. And literally, as I was watching it, I could feel the panic, like, the stress kind of, like, in my body. And I was like, damn, like, is my throat hurting? Like, I'm a little hot. Like, what if, you know, the symptoms are mild? Like, what if I got corona and this
don't have symptoms.
Yeah, and that's, like, really scary. But what do you guys think about, like, in all aspects of mental health right now? Where do you think it's gonna go?
I think a lot of people are gonna come out of this depressed, because one, mentally, but also financially. If the government does give out money, one, there's restrictions to that, and even people who make over, what is it, $64,000 a year, making $64,000 a year, but having 3 or 4 kids. And also not working, jobs are cut and pay. So, like, I feel like it's going to be a very bad financial situation for a lot of people. And then also mentally, like, being in the house, and I know I get in dark spaces when I'm, like, not productive for too long, or if I don't have a million things going on, my head gets in a really discouraged place. So I'm already preparing myself to either work through that or deal with that. But it's a lot of people are going to be in dark spaces because of the restriction. It's not even about going out and going to brunch. It's about having that routine and having stability. Like, there literally is no stability. Things are changing every single day. Like, one day you're talking about putting us on lockdown for 2 weeks, and then the next day it's, oh, this could go until August, or it could take us another 18 months to get the vaccine. So it's like there's no stability in any information that we're receiving.
But I also think it's where you get your information from, because I know at my job that's what we focus on, like, is making sure that we're sending out information that's accurate and making sure that people are going to sources that are accurate. And a lot of these sources aren't accurate. Like, it could be a private company that still has government in their name, but they have nothing to do with the actual government, and they don't get the messages that the actual governments get. So a lot of it is just rumors being spread, and then people are listening to that, getting stressed out and talking about all this depression, but in reality, they're just getting their information from the wrong sources. So, I mean, if you do your research and look at what you're supposed to be looking at, I think you'll see that a lot of the governments are trying to push messages that are addressing mental health, that are addressing not hoarding, that are addressing things like that, and that are giving you the current updates of the situation and, you know, the prospective dates and all that kind of stuff. So it's really just rumors versus facts.
Filtering out everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a combination of everything. A lot of the information, even the accurate information that we're getting, is, like, kind of we're in the unknown. We don't know whether we're going on lockdown. We don't know whether everything's getting shut down. Now Governor Hogan, he put in various testing sites around PG County. So, like, where I live by FedEx Field. So when we drove by FedEx Field the other day, it was like a whole bunch of military, like, you know, tents up, so mobile testing sites, and then you have that information, and then we don't know, even if we go on lockdown for 2 weeks or a month, we don't know if the coronavirus is actually going to be gone after that. So I think everybody's anxiety is just through the roof right now. Everybody's panicking, don't really know what's going on. So.
And you talking about, like, were rumors going around talking about we're going to be in the house for 8 weeks. Like, I know that stressed me out. I'm like, 8 weeks?
Yeah.
Like, I'm struggling week 1. And honestly, I only leave out the house, like, if I'm going to someone else's house, or, like, I'm going to pick up someone or something like that. But there has not been one full day that I have not left out at all, and I'm already going crazy. Like, yesterday I just went out to get food, but, like, I needed that. I don't know, like, being in a house for a full day straight is, like...
And I also don't think the goal is, like, for coronavirus to be gone. Like, it's to
slow
down.
Yeah. Right.
But what do y'all
we
think?
are failing at that.
But what do you think? Because some people are like, They just think kind of everyone's going to end up getting it, and they just have to be prepared with the vaccines and stuff. Because honestly, I personally feel like it's airborne. So even if we're just going to the grocery store,
it's
everyone...
It is
airborne. It is airborne now.
It is airborne.
I was gonna say, I read
it's airborne because it comes for. Well, I've seen it in multiple.
On the news this morning, they were
things.
saying it wasn't airborne.
It's airborne. If I have it and I sneeze and like I'm in a vicinity near you, or I sneeze on the table, I don't know what the lifespan of it is, but it's definitely airborne. But it's not airborne in the sense that it's like it's just in the air. And if I'm in a place where there's a sick person and I'm breathing, like I'm gonna catch it. Like it has to come from me out, but because that's so easy, whether I'm coughing or if I'm breathing really hard or you're that close to me and I'm sick, it's airborne that way. I've had 3 different like
it says the virus is spread is thought to spread mainly from person to person between people who are in close contact with one another within about 6 feet through respiratory y'all know what I'm saying. Droplets produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Okay. So it's airborne in the sense that if I sneeze and don't cover my mouth.
So or if I wipe my nose and put it there. It's okay.
I feel like that's still not
from
airborne.
my understanding. From my understanding, it's like I feel like we hear airborne and we're thinking, oh my god, it's just in the air. If I breathe it in, I'm gonna be done for. But I was talking to one of my mom's friends who's a nurse, and she was basically saying that once I sneeze or cough or breathe or mucus comes out of my nose and I go like this and I, you know what I mean? Me putting it on here and you touching it, that would be contact. But all the particles that comes out of me can easily land on you or anybody in close proximity. So that would be airborne because it's transmitted through the air versus me sticking my finger up your nose and that's, contact.
Well, I feel like they need to get a better definition of airborne because that wouldn't classify it as airborne. What? I mean, it's traveling through the air, yes, but it's still coming from me. Right. I'm thinking like hours later, it's still lingering in the air. That would be airborne.
Well, they're not saying what the lifespan is. They don't know because I've heard it's only if you're in 6 feet. But then when I watched the Red Table Talk and the doctor was talking, he was like, if you're in a closed room, like it can be more than 6 feet, but because you're in a contained small room,
and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know
that's very stressful.
Yeah,
that's very stressful.
24 hours on cardboard.
Mm-hmm. But people are still out and about. So like for like things I'm thinking about is everyone still has to go to the store. So people are gonna continue to get it regardless. Mm-hmm. And
I mean it's like the flu. Like it's inevitable. Like you may get the flu, you may not. You may get coronavirus, you may not. Like,
but the issue
is also in different like stages though. Like I know for us, like if you have underlying issues, then it can affect you a lot more than versus someone that doesn't have any underlying, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I honestly think that we should just kind of spit out maybe some tips that we have, because I know for me, even talking about it makes my heart start to race because it's just all negative. Like, oh, it's this, it's that. Like, these are the restrictions. This is what's going to happen and all that stuff. Versus if we talk about more so like, okay, so you said that you're like going crazy. I'm going crazy in the house too. Some things that I've been thinking about is maybe putting myself on a routine. So maybe making myself get up before 10 o'clock in the morning. Make breakfast, like read a book. Maybe instead of sitting in the room all day, go in the living room or go to a different room in the house, or, you know what I mean? Kind of putting myself on something so I still have something to to wake up. Can I even speak? Something to look forward to when I wake up, because I feel like during the week I've been waking up later and later and later, and then my days have just been dragging. I've been dragging. I have no motivation to do anything, even though I want to go out. The other day I was like, I don't even feel like going to the store. Like, I'm just going to sit and mope around. So I feel like maybe putting yourself on a schedule could help. I would say researching just to know your information, but I don't know. I feel like the more I hear about it and the more I research, the more it makes me be like, I don't even want to know about it anymore. I just wanted to kind of pass through. Do y'all have any tips to help us through it?
One important thing, just going back to the actual virus, is remembering that, like, I've heard nurses say, like, it's not more than a regular cold. It's just that it's easily it's easily contractable, which makes it different from other stuff. So like the flu is still more deadly. Like a lot of stuff is still more deadly. It's just easily contractable.
And they can't deal. It's really the numbers that are the issue because they don't have enough resources. So I saw, it was a video on This Now, and she like broke down all the numbers. And it was pretty much like the amount of ventilators, because that's necessary when you get it. Everyone needs to be put on a ventilator so that it can help you breathe and stuff. She was like, pretty much with the number of ventilators that we currently have in the U.S., only 1 out of 50 people can get a ventilator.
That's ridiculous.
So meaning that if 50 people have the virus, only one person, and the way that they decide who gets it is based on age. It's based on, do you have other health effects? So that's what the issue is. The issue is not that the virus is so deadly, is that they don't have enough resources to cure people, and people are catching it too fast. So she was a doctor in Texas. So she was like, in Texas we have 7,000 ventilators. If people are continue to get it at the rate they're getting it, it's literally even in Maryland we went from 80 to one like, something overnight. Yeah, it was something like crazy. But it's like, if it keeps multiplying that way, then there's not going to be enough resources, and then we're going to be battling for ventilators.
That's why social distancing, y'all have to take it more seriously. Like, this is y'all the most I've been around in the last week and a half, and I feel like there's still, I seen a post today that was like hella people in Santa Monica or Malibu Pier or something like that. I understand it's warm, it's spring break, y'all still trying to live your life, but like, it's not, I feel like people have the misconception that because we're social distancing, that just means everyone's gonna get it, but it's really to take as a precaution. Like, let's not be around so many people so that it'll slow the spread down, not because if you go out, it just means I'm gonna get it.
People were at Cherry Blossom yesterday.
Living their best life. Like, do y'all not see Corona? Like, what's going on?
And I think the other issue is, yes, you may get Corona, but it's the transmitting of it that's kind of having a concern about it. Right. And I guess I'm not concerned about, contracting it. Like, that's not my main concern. My main concern is if I contract it and then I go and I'm in contact with somebody who has an underlying health issue or who's of an older age, and they end up contracting it, and then they have, a whole bunch of complications. That's where my issue comes in, because transmitting it to somebody else who has an underlying health issue, that's just going to make everything worse.
I do appreciate people that do have it or have had it or have been through it or whatever are doing, like, taking questions and, putting themselves out there, because there's this one girl from California that had it, and she explained, like, from day to day her symptoms, how it was, and that just gives you a little bit of peace, because I feel like a lot of us are seeing numbers, but we don't know anybody that has it, so it's just like this invisible monster that's coming for everybody, and we're like, okay, well...
But this whole test of how they test it, it's worse than the flu.
How do they test it?
They put it through your nose.
They put it all the way like up your nose and all the way down your throat. Because they have to reach some kind of piece.
I just don't understand why they can't just do it through your throat. Like, why it has to go through your nose? Like, I don't like nothing up in my nose.
I wish you guys could feel my.
But I prefer my throat. If I have to choose my throat or my nose.
It's this graphic going around. It's this graphic where they show you, like, you know how, like, the little graphics have, the inside of it?
I know, we can find it.
They show, like, putting the swab up your nose and how far it goes up your nose and how far it goes down your throat. Because this one guy, he was on CNN talking about it when he got tested, and he said that when they put the swab down your throat, it's literally, he feels like he's choking. Like, he feels like they're choking him.
I don't want that.
I just, even the flu test be getting me. And I'm like, this is worse than the flu?
Bronchitis test, all that.
Oh, I never had a bronchitis test.
I've never had a flu test. I had a bronchitis test, but I'm sure it's probably the same thing.
What did they do for the bronchitis
test? It's just in your throat. They just stick a swab down your throat.
Oh, no, they stick it down further though.
They
like,
hit that.
They're choking you.
Yeah. Well, what do y'all think about? Do you think it's gonna be racial issues that are tied to this, in terms of, like, we know that as Black women usually don't get treated as well as other patients. Like, that's a known fact. Do the research if you don't believe me. They're not believed for their symptoms. It's a thing in the healthcare system. So do you all think that at some point it's going to turn into a racial issue? Because I've already heard, and I don't know if this is true, I've heard that people saying like black people don't get it as much as other races, which I don't think that's true.
That's not true.
Viruses don't discriminate.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the point. It just doesn't discriminate.
That's not true. It's just that most of the cases that we've heard about and seen about haven't been of people of color.
Say Idris got it.
Right. It just got it, but
I'm interested and his wife has it too now.
it.
But I'm interested to
Wait,
know.
when was that said? Because I just
She
watched the
posted a
video
video
this morning.
when she was
got
talking to
tested this
Oprah.
morning.
I feel like we knew she was way too close
Yeah.
to, like, it's kind of inevitable because people who get it and they have to quarantine at home, what
They
their
gonna
family
get
supposed to get a hotel?
But he wasn't home. She actually traveled to him to be with him. So she had the
she
option
knew.
to not go.
She knew she was gonna
But,
get it.
I mean,
She was
but
right next to him in that
Right.
video. Like, she was just waiting on her turn.
But for couples, I feel like that's hard because my boyfriend still has to go to work. Like, they're not going to shut down just because of his position. And so, I mean, even though nobody's going to his job, he still has to be there. But he has to go out every day. And when he comes home, you know, he'll hurry up and get in the shower and stuff like that. But I'm like, if you were to get it, there's still nothing I could do. Like, I just have to be like, I guess we're really riding or dying because...
That's the same with my dad. The whole house is at risk at this point because he got to go to work every day.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
I just feel like everybody just be safe. Do what you can to not spread it. But
Also, just work on what you gotta do. Like, make sure your mental is healthy. Make sure your immune system. So make sure you're hydrating. Take your vitamins. You know, do whatever you need to do to make sure that you start off on a good note so that even if you are to get it, it's not going to affect you as bad as it could. That's my 2 pieces.
you think people are immune to it? Like, you know, sometimes you're around someone who's sick and you don't get sick.
Don't get sick.
So you think it's the same thing?
I don't know. I mean, I think
this one is so contagious.
Right, and
But flu is super contagious too.
I think it depends.
But I've
I
never
think this one is
personally
worse.
had the flu.
I've never had it
I've had
either.
it once, but I wasn't around people.
I think
I've
it just
never had the
depends,
flu.
like, on your underlying issues. Like, some people that are getting this are only having, like, either no symptoms or, like, a little fever, cough, or whatever for a few days, and then that's
kinda
it.
like a common cold.
Yeah, so it just depends, I guess, which is also really scary.
Well, I think the most important things that we have said are be safe,
Wash your hands.
wash your hands.
With soap.
Social distance.
Be mindful when you go to the store. Do not buy more than what you need.
No hoarding.
Yes, do not hoard food or materials. Like, y'all really
Or
don't need all that
diapers,
toilet paper.
Exactly. Buying 10 packs of toilet paper at a time.
If y'all just let the stores restock like they normally
Y'all can
restock,
still go to the
literally
store.
everyone could have what they need.
Also, I did hear that one of the baby companies, like, if you call the number at the back of the whatever, or the package, they would send you some free stuff because they know what's going on. So look into that, moms and fathers.
Also, one thing I wanted to say is that I am kind of disappointed in our government in the sense that now we have all these resources, but there are so many things that have gone on before that why aren't we building shelters for our homeless and less fortunate families when we clearly have the money? You have millions and billions of dollars to send everyone a check, which is appreciated, of course, but what are you doing with this money when we're not in the middle of a crisis? Because it's important that we're taking care of everyone and not just wealthy people, not just people who are low income, middle income. There's literally people who have no income and who are on the streets and don't have health care and don't have access to anything, but yet people don't want to give free health care and we're still paying interest on student loans and things like that. So it's like, if you have the ability to give students money without interest, why aren't we doing that? Because
It's just not a necessity is the thing. And I feel like I agree with everything that you're saying. And I also am curious to see what is going to be the back end of things. Like, I know that, you know, BGE can't cut off your stuff, but, like, do I need to pay that back afterwards? Or you're sending me a check, but what after that? Do I need to pay that back? Do I owe you some type of debt because of whatever's going on? So I'm curious to see how that's going to happen, because ain't no way we just going to get free money because it's a crisis.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
definitely
It comes with a
something
cost.
going
Well, I understand that they had to pull the money from different places that originally they wouldn't want it to, but, like, other stuff has been a crisis enough that we could have pulled the money from different places before. So, like, the money didn't just come out of nowhere. I know that, but it's like, you probably could have spared it
Right.
before.
Or at least free community college or something. Like, you know, there's just, you have the ability to make things accessible to people and you just don't. That, I think, is what's most hurtful, especially like healthcare. That's so important, especially with this virus. Like, there's no reason every person in the U.S. doesn't have healthcare, and that Mike Bloomberg spent $327 million on his campaigns and commercials and advertisements, and that's literally enough money to give each person in the U.S. $1 million, and that money just went to waste.
But that's coming from people. That's not coming from
No, I know, but I'm still saying that people have these resources that and are wasting their money on stuff that's not benefiting. Like when I read the article of how much money he spent on advertisements and stuff just to lose, it's just like that money could have really been put to use. Like there's people that really make that much money and just sit on it.
Right, don't do nothing.
I also think there's a big miscommunication between local government and federal government. Like federal government making endless decisions and local government has no clue. But that's a whole nother thing.
But yeah, Rihanna is buying ventilators for Barbados. Why hasn't somebody stepped up to buy them for the U.S.?
That's my thing.
That's what's funny. Like, you see people go back to their home places, and it's always somewhere out of the U.S. And so now that the U.S. need help, everybody be like,
And then also my other thing is China. They don't have no more cases of coronavirus.
No new ones, right?
No new ones.
Yeah.
No new ones. Italy has completely shut down their country. They, like, other countries are making, like, these decisions to make sure that their people are well taken care of.
Canada got that.
But it's also because we're a democracy and they're not.
I mean, yeah.
So they were able to make that kind of decision quick like that. So now the U.S., you know, people gonna ride. Like, it's not gonna be no easy thing just to shut down the whole country.
Yeah, people gonna be upset about it. Like, it's not as easy. I understand that. But it's just, like, other people who have the resources to give back. Like when people
to at least help.
When people were like celebrities and stuff were posting like tired of being in the house, it's like, yeah, but you have, you know, you're in a mansion with endless space. You can at least separate. There are people who are literally stuck in toxic homes and social distancing with people that are abusing them mentally, emotionally, and physically, who literally just can't go anywhere else because everything is closed. So maybe just going to school for the day was a child's getaway, and it's like they can't even do that anymore with everything going on. So just appreciate what you have in your situation, because someone else has it worse, and this is affecting more people than just catching the virus. This is affecting people's health in all different forms.
Even students that were sent home that don't have a home here, like they are now homeless, and I know that some people were taking them in, but then that's a whole nother, you know, responsibility for somebody else to take somebody else's child in because they have nowhere to go now. It's just a mess.
And I think the colleges and stuff could have done a better job of that.
I
You could have
think so.
opened up some off-campus apartments for students like that. Like, they failed.
Or at least send students, not saying give all the students their tuition back, but colleges have enough money to send students, you know, a couple dollars. Like, it might not be much to each student, but you know you have those students who literally need it. The students that use the food pantries and the ones that, you know, can't buy books or can't afford to buy their books. So.
They get all that money from sports.
And it's no more sports. So where's that money going? Sports
Y'all
are
could
canceled.
have at least ensured all your out-of-staters got home safely. That's the least you could have did.
Yeah, so just making sure that if you are a business owner or a company, do what you can to give back to your community. We're not saying go broke and, you know, don't make sure you're good in your family, but just do what you can.
All right. Well, quarantine and chill. We out, baby.
Happy quarantining.